Setting big dreams, goals, and ambitions, and how to make them come to life in episode 47 of The Ambitious Life. When you go out and you set these big goals, these big dreams, which you should be doing if you want to live an ambitious life, it's really awesome when you see them come together, when you see them come to life, when you see going through the process, when the journey actually becomes a destination. Yesterday, and you can see that I'm a little tired, the eyes are a little red, we were out partying late last night, but we just launched a brand new project, and yesterday was the day we had 8 authors here in the studio. We launched brand new book live in the studio called Cracking the Code to Success with Brian Tracy, and we had some incredible people, Tracy Martino and Claudia Zanes and Dr. Fred Rouse and Dr. Terry Rouse, and I'm gonna miss a lot of people, so I apologize to you guys in advance because it's early in the morning. But it was a great day, and seeing these things come to life just puts into perspective what happens when you have that dream, and then, or that goal, and then you start working backwards. You know, you see, well, what do I need to do to make that happen? Well, I need to put these things in motion. I need to create these things, and I need to put these feelers out into the world, and I need to have a sales system, and then I need to have a delivery system, and then, you know, the effect of putting the right people in place in order to make it happen. So having Dan, the man behind the cameras, having Christine on our team working on the operations side, which I'm not the best in the world at, like making sure everybody's got their hotels situated and travel situated and all that. We got Colin on the squad who's, making sure that everybody feels good and they got their water and their coffee and they're ready to go. And it's just really cool, again, working backwards to make cool things happen. Later this afternoon, I'm actually headed to the studio, like a recording studio for the first time in probably 10, 11 years, meeting with a producer to work on what is hopefully going to be a new EP that we put out later this summer. We're going to make the album of the summer. It's going to be really cool. And again, it's another dream and a goal that we're putting out in the universe, and we're working backwards. So now I'm saying, well, who are the producers that I need to put in place to make the music? What are the concepts for the songs that we want to create? What do I need to do in order to write the songs and put it all together? Then how far in advance do we need to book the studio time? Dan doesn't know this yet, but we're gonna get it, together with Dan, my old band manager Chris. We're gonna get together with some of the producers. We're gonna have a big brainstorm to see, well, what do we want to do? Do we want to film the whole thing? Do we want to film the process? Do we want to be using social media, or do we want to keep it more secret? How do we want to do the launch? Do we want to do a release party? And so having this big thing that you are shooting for, which you should all be shooting for this big thing, because if you're not shooting for big things, well, then what's the point? You want to be shooting for this big thing, but then you've got to chunk it down. You got to reverse engineer. You got to say, all right, so in order for this to happen, what is step one? What are the things that we need to put in place? Who are the people that we need to have around us in order to make it a reality? Because the truth is, we can't do it by ourselves. I can't do anything by myself. Dan can't do everything by himself. You can't do everything by yourself. You have to have the people in place. You got to have the operations. You got to have the little steps, because then when you get to the day like we had yesterday, it's flawless, like Mortal Kombat.
Flawless victory.
Everything falls in place because everyone's doing their job. Everyone knows their role. Everyone is focused on that mission, is focused on delivering, is focused on delivering the best experiences they possibly can. And as you are out there, start by having that dream, that big goal, that ambition that you want in life, and then start working backwards. Reverse engineer the whole thing. But you gotta dream, and you can dream in multiple places. I got dreams for the business. I got dreams for my personal brand. I have dreams for the music comeback, which is kind of a joke, but it's kind of fun at the same time. But we're doing all these things. You can have different dreams. I got dreams for, the sports and the physical activities I want to do. Gotta have these big dreams, goals, and ambitions, because if you're not moving forward, if you're not progressing, if you're not growing, you're dying. And that is no way, my friend, to live an ambitious life. Hey, if you love that video, you're gonna love getting your hands on a brand new infographic that shows you how we create, launch, and sell online courses. Just go to ambitious.com/6 to get your hands on it right now.